So how was your day today, beta?
It was good. We painted a big rainbow.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
Yes, it was.
Before we continue, if you believe kindness, second chances, and unconditional love can truly change lives, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to Single Dad Empire. Your support helps us bring more inspiring stories that remind the world humanity still exists. Their apartment was barely large enough for 2 people. The roof leaked whenever it rained, the kitchen consisted of a tiny stove beside a cracked window, and their furniture had been collected from second-hand markets over many years. Yet the little home overflowed with warmth because every corner carried memories of love rather than luxury. Each morning Horace carefully prepared Zara's breakfast before leaving for work. Sometimes breakfast was nothing more than bread and tea, but he always served it with encouragement, reminding her that education was the one treasure no one could ever steal. While other children were dropped off in expensive cars, Zara proudly walked beside her father toward school. She never complained about their simple clothes or old shoes because she understood something many adults never learned, that love could make even the smallest moments feel priceless. Many workers complained about their difficult jobs, but Horace remained quiet. He believed every brick he lifted was another step toward securing his daughter's future. Every drop of sweat represented another page in her schoolbooks. Every blister on his hands became proof that love often looked like silent sacrifice rather than grand gestures. Meanwhile, Zara flourished despite their struggles. She loved reading more than anything else and spent hours inside the small community library after school. Books became windows into worlds far beyond their modest neighborhood. Her teachers quickly noticed her intelligence, kindness, and remarkable determination. She never allowed financial hardship to become an excuse for poor performance. Still, life had a way of testing them again and again. One afternoon Horace received unexpected news from his landlord. The building had been sold, and every tenant had only 1 month to leave. Rent across the city had increased dramatically, making it nearly impossible for someone earning his modest wages to find another affordable home. The news struck him like a storm. For several nights he barely slept, searching endlessly for apartments he could afford. Everywhere he looked, prices exceeded his budget. Every rejection chipped away at his confidence, but he refused to let Zara see his fear. Instead, he continued encouraging her to focus on school while secretly wondering where they would be living only weeks later. As if that challenge were not enough, an accident occurred at the construction site. For the first time since becoming a single father, Horace quietly questioned whether love alone could truly overcome hardship. Yet fate often hides miracles inside ordinary moments. Zara noticed her father's growing exhaustion without him saying a single word. Instead of asking questions, she simply began helping wherever she could. She carefully cleaned their apartment, prepared simple meals using whatever ingredients remained, and spent evenings studying beside her father while gently reminding him that better days always followed difficult ones. Her quiet maturity became Horace's greatest source of strength. One day Zara entered a citywide creative writing competition organized by her school. The assignment asked students to write about their greatest hero. While many children chose famous athletes, actors, or historical leaders, Zara chose only one person, her father. She wrote about waking before sunrise and watching him quietly prepare breakfast despite being exhausted. She described the cracked skin on his hands, the gentle smile he never forgot to wear, and the way he always believed her dreams mattered more than his own comfort. Her essay was not filled with complicated words. It was filled with truth. Weeks later the competition winners were announced during a school assembly attended by families, teachers, and community members. When Zara's name echoed across the auditorium, she walked confidently onto the stage holding her handwritten essay. As she began reading, silence slowly spread through the room. Many parents lowered their eyes. Teachers struggled to hold back tears. Even the principal became emotional while listening to a little girl describe how true heroes often wore dusty work boots instead of expensive suits. By the time Zara finished reading, the audience had risen to their feet in a standing ovation. Among the crowd stood Horace. His injured shoulder still ached. His clothes still carried construction dust. But for the first time in years, he felt richer than any successful businessman. News of Zara's heartfelt essay quickly spread throughout the local community. Volunteers organized donations to help the family secure a new apartment. One local business owner, deeply moved by their story, offered Horace a stable maintenance position that required less physical strain while providing higher pay and medical benefits. Another organization awarded Zara a scholarship covering her education for many years. One small act of honesty had transformed their future. Months passed. The tiny apartment was replaced by a brighter home filled with sunlight and laughter. Horace no longer worried every night about unpaid bills. He finally had time to attend school events, help with homework, and enjoy peaceful evenings with his daughter instead of collapsing from exhaustion. Yet despite these blessings, neither of them forgot where they had come from. Every weekend they volunteered together at a neighborhood food pantry, quietly helping struggling families who reminded them of their own difficult journey. Horace often told Zara that receiving kindness created responsibility. The greatest way to thank those who helped them was to become helpers themselves. Years later Zara graduated at the top of her class. As she crossed the graduation stage, she searched the audience until her eyes found the man whose sacrifices had built every step leading to that moment. Horace stood proudly in the front row. His hair had begun turning gray. The scars on his hands remained. But those same hands that once carried heavy concrete now applauded with overwhelming pride. In that unforgettable moment, everyone celebrated Zara's achievement. Only she truly understood that the diploma belonged to both of them. It belonged to every early morning. Every missed meal. Every aching muscle. Every silent prayer. Every sacrifice made by a father whose greatest dream had never been wealth, comfort, or recognition. His greatest dream had simply been seeing his daughter smile without fear. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like this video, share it with your family and friends, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Single Dad Empire. Your support encourages us to continue sharing powerful stories that remind us all that love and hope still exist. Special request: comment below with one word that describes your father, or someone who has loved and sacrificed for you like a parent. Your message may inspire someone who needs hope today. The world often celebrates people who build towering buildings, lead powerful companies, or earn great fortunes. Yet the strongest foundations are usually built quietly by ordinary parents who wake before dawn, carry impossible burdens without complaint, and choose love over comfort every single day. Horace never became famous, but he gave his daughter something far greater than wealth. He gave her courage, integrity, compassion, and the unwavering belief that no matter how difficult life becomes, the love of a devoted parent can light even the darkest road. And sometimes, that kind of love changes not only one child's future, but everyone fortunate enough to witness its extraordinary